Hello, welcome back. Gospel music's most celebrated figures was entangled in a situation so complex and far-reaching, it even touched one of the most powerful ministries in the U.S.? That's exactly what's unfolding with Shirley Caesar, often honored as the First Lady of Gospel, whose family dynamics have taken a surprising turn. So surprising that they've crossed paths with Bishop T.D. Jakes and his widely respected ministry. The details behind this quiet storm are starting to emerge, and they might just shift the way we look at these gospel titans. For decades, Shirley Caesar has been more than a singer. She's a spiritual leader and beacon of gospel tradition, inspiring countless believers and artists. Yet, beneath that shining public image, her family has been dealing with internal struggles, tensions, financial disagreements, and emotional rifts that have remained behind the curtain until recently. At the heart of it all is her relationship with her eldest son, Melvin, which has reportedly been strained due to disputes over the handling of her career and legacy. The disagreements went beyond money, extending into control over her ministry and public appearances. These private battles eventually reached a tipping point that thrust them into the public sphere. The real twist came when these personal matters began intersecting with T.D. Jakes' ministry. Known for his influence, the Potter's House in Stati, Dallas isn't just a church, it's a massive spiritual network with deep roots in the gospel community. Several members of Shirley Caesar's family are said to have sought guidance or involvement through ministries linked to Jakes, leading to a complicated blend of spiritual support and potential overreach. One of the key elements in this entanglement involves a close associate of T.D. Jakes who allegedly became a sort of spiritual advisor and mediator for Shirley's family. While this individual's intentions may have been well-meaning, their involvement sparked controversy. Some family members began feeling as though their internal matters were no longer theirs to manage, raising concerns that outside influence from the ministry was shifting family dynamics. Insiders claim that these issues weren't confined to emotional or spiritual challenges. They reportedly spilled into business matters. From scheduling disagreements for gospel events to leaked communications discussing financial demands and control over Shirley's music and public appearances, the situation grew increasingly volatile. There were even whispers that some members of Shirley Caesar's family felt pressured by ministry leaders to conform to spiritual counsel that didn't sit well with them. This led to one of the most public incidents, a canceled appearance by Shirley at a major gospel event hosted by the Potter's House. She had been expected to perform and speak, but negotiations broke down, reportedly due to demands made by her son Melvin that didn't align with the ministry's structure. That cancellation wasn't just a logistical issue, it was a signal that something deeper was happening, a fracture that was now too obvious to ignore. Soon after, leaked emails began making the rounds, allegedly revealing disputes between Shirley Caesar's representatives and Jakes' leadership team. These emails showed a tug-of-war over everything from event arrangements to control over Shirley's catalog, highlighting the blurred lines between ministry and business. The fallout was swift, drawing attention from gospel insiders and fans alike, and igniting debates about privacy, loyalty, and spiritual boundaries. The situation with Shirley Caesar and her family raised these questions in stark detail. As more people within the gospel community started paying attention, a broader discussion emerged about the role of mega ministries in artists' lives. Should spiritual leaders also function as managers and brand stewards? Or does that dual role create more harm than help? For many artists, the answer isn't clear. They want spiritual counsel but not control. They want support but not surveillance. Shirley's story, painful as it is, became a mirror for an industry long struggling with transparency. Gospel fans often expect their heroes to live flawless lives, but this drama reminded everyone that even those who minister to others are not immune to internal conflict and heartache. These are real families dealing with real issues, and the public stage often magnifies their pain. Through all of this, Shirley Caesar has reportedly continued to pray for resolution and unity. her focus remains on healing and preserving the integrity of her life's work. At the same time, her family seems divided, some opting to remain silent while others speak out, each side trying to protect their version of the truth. Meanwhile, Bishop Jakes and his ministry have maintained a stance of pastoral responsibility, though critics argue that they may have overstepped by becoming too involved in the family's affairs. Shirley Caesar's journey is a powerful reminder that even the most revered voices can be shaken by internal storms. But in the gospel tradition, storms aren't the end. They're often the beginning of something new. Whether this chapter in her life ends in healing or more hardship remains to be seen. What's certain is that it has sparked a necessary conversation that could reshape the culture of gospel music and ministry going forward. It's a story about the intersection of faith, family, and influence, a deeply human struggle playing out in the spotlight. And for everyone watching, it's a chance to reflect on what it really means to support, forgive, and uplift one another in a world that often expects perfection from those who lead us in faith.